before there were kings crowned by thunder, before temples rose in stone, before laws were written or oaths sworn, there was the sun, not as a symbol, not as a metaphor, but as a presence that moved across the sky each day, without pause, without mercy, without rest. The ancients called him Helios. He was not a god who ruled from a throne. He did not command armies or shape the earth with his hands. He watched. From the moment dawn broke the horizon, to the last light fading beyond the edge of the world, Helios saw everything beneath the sky. Nothing done in daylight escaped him. No promise, no betrayal, no crime committed in shadow, believing itself unseen. While other gods slept, argued, or turned away, the sun continued its path, steady, eternal, unavoidable. And in that light, the world could not hide. Helios was not born of Olympus. He belonged to an older order, the Titans. He was born of Hyperion, the watcher of the heights, and Theia, from whom light itself first shone. Brother to Selene, who governs the moon, and Eos, who opens the gates of dawn. Together, they formed a rhythm the world still follows: night, morning, day. When the Olympians rose and the Titans fell, many ancient powers were cast down or erased, but Helios remained, not because he fought, not because he ruled, but because the world could not function without him. The sun could not be replaced. Zeus might rule the sky, but Helios was the sky's unblinking eye. Even the king of gods depended on the sun's daily passage, for time itself was measured by Helios's journey. Each day, Helios did not simply appear. He traveled. At the eastern edge of the world, he rose into his chariot, a radiant vessel forged by divine hands, drawn by immortal horses whose hooves struck fire from the sky. Across the heavens he drove them, hour by hour, casting light over oceans, cities, and forgotten lands alike. The movement of the sun set the rhythm of days and seasons. It told farmers when to sow and harvest. It told sailors when to depart and return. It told mortals that time was passing, whether they wished it or not. If Helios faltered, even once, the balance of the world would break. Darkness would linger, crops would fail, life itself would lose its measure. Helios was not feared because he punished. He was feared because he saw. From his path across the sky, nothing beneath the sun could hide. Gods knew this. Mortals knew it too. When Persephone was taken into the earth, it was Helios who saw the truth and spoke it. When Ares and Aphrodite believed themselves concealed, it was Helios who revealed their betrayal. When oaths were sworn in daylight, the sun bore witness, whether the words were meant or not. And once something had been seen by the sun, it could never truly be denied. In the ancient world, the most sacred promises were not sworn by kings or weapons. They were sworn by the sun. To speak an oath beneath Helios was to bind oneself before an unblinking witness, a god who could not be deceived and would never forget. Mortals called upon Helios when truth mattered more than survival. Gods invoked him when betrayal would shake the order of the cosmos. For the sun did not listen to intention. It listened only to what was said and what was done afterward. The ancients believed that an oath broken in darkness might be hidden, but an oath broken in daylight was already condemned. Once the sun had seen a promise broken, the consequences followed, inevitably and without appeal. Helios is older than fate, but still bound by it. He sees everything, but cannot prevent everything. A clear example is of his son Phaethon. It is written that one day Helios' son, Phaethon, born of a mortal woman, came to him in doubt. Others mocked his lineage. They said no mortal child could be born of the sun. Phaethon asked his father for proof. Helios, bound by love and pride, swore a sacred oath, an oath by the river Styx, the one vow even gods could not break. He swore to grant his son any wish. Only then did Phaethon speak what he truly wanted. He asked to drive the chariot of the sun. Helios understood the danger immediately. The sun's path was not a road of glory. It was a line of balance, held between destruction above and annihilation below. Too high, and the world would freeze. Too low, and it would burn. The horses were not obedient beasts. They were forces of fire and momentum, responding only to a steady, knowing hand. Helios pleaded with his son to choose anything else, but an oath once sworn could not be withdrawn. At dawn, Phaethon took the reins, and the order of the world collapsed. The chariot veered from its course, forests ignited, rivers dried. The earth cracked beneath a sun brought too close. Zeus was forced to act, striking Phaethon from the sky to save what remained of the world. The body of the boy fell. The chariot returned to Helios, and the sun resumed its path across the sky. Helios continued his journey, carrying the grief of a father and the knowledge that even love cannot bend cosmic law. In later ages, the sun gained a new name, Apollo. And slowly, Helios was pushed into the background, not erased, but misunderstood. In the oldest traditions, Helios was the sun itself, the burning disk, the light that crossed the sky. Apollo was something different. He was clarity, reason, music, prophecy. Apollo revealed truth through words and signs. Helios revealed truth simply by being present. As philosophy grew and myth changed, these ideas began to blur. Light became associated with reason. The sun became symbolic rather than divine. Apollo inherited the sun's imagery. Helios kept its function. The sun still rose each day. It simply no longer needed a name. It became an object to measure, a force to explain, a symbol rather than a god. Temples once raised to Helios fell silent. Hymns faded. His name was spoken less and less, and yet the sun still rose, each morning without prayer. We no longer swear oaths beneath Helios's name. We no longer fear the gaze of the sun, and yet nothing beneath the sky is truly hidden. The ancients believed the sun saw all things, not to punish or forgive, but to remember. And perhaps that is Helios's final power, not a god who ruled the world, but one who witnessed it, from the first dawn to the last. If this story brought to light what was once in shadow, like the video and subscribe to Ancient Untold Stories. Some truths only reveal themselves when we look again.